Hello everybody, today we are reviewing the server Alliance MC. Let's get started. Alright, so starting off straight here, one thing I noticed is when I joined the server for the first time, and I may be able to reproduce this, but let's take just a quick look, is I teleported okay, it doesn't happen the second time you join. The first time I joined, I teleported like 30 times before I got here, so maybe make it so first time players spawn directly in hub rather than teleport around for like 30 seconds or something, because that doesn't really, show newer players that the server set up well, because I teleported for like 30 seconds in the void before getting here, so maybe add something like that to fix that. Overall, again, you do clear the chat as well, so I would recommend not clearing the chat, because personally, if I had things in the chat that I needed from my, previous server I was on or anything, it just cleared it all, so I would recommend fixing that and not clearing the chat on join, because I don't think it's necessary, personally, in my opinion. So I'm guessing this is kit PvP, since it says kit PvP on the side and you have /kit and everything. Maybe when you have no kit on currently, you can have a kit item in your inventory, which you can just open in your inventory and have a kit in there, because I think that would work out a lot better. Also, I'd recommend centering your IP on the bottom side of your scoreboard there. It doesn't really look that good if it's all the way to one side. I would recommend making it centered, or just overall cutting down these lines here, making it way smaller, because especially on a PvP server, you don't want a gigantic scoreboard taking up half your screen, especially if I was in a different viewpoint inside of GUI size, which I may be able to do here. I don't remember where it is. GUI scale. So if I was like 3, that's taking up a gigantic amount of space on my Minecraft. So I would recommend cutting that down a little, and that's just personally my opinion. So I keep it a default 2 for my Minecraft just because it looks a little cool. But overall, I would recommend cutting that down a little. You have some cool chests over here. I would recommend not letting it punch you back though, because if I was standing here and I clicked it, I would get flown into the PvP arena. So I'd recommend not letting it kick you back at all. So I do like how you have the season rewards, so you may, but correct the spelling and credit, so they're all capital or all lowercase. It's up to you, but just make them all the same. I would recommend, so do /kit to receive a kit. Let's do Enderman just to get around. I don't have permission. So maybe it says available, but I don't have permission. I'm guessing that's the same with the rest of these, unless, okay, I can also spam kits, and now I've run out of kits. So I can spam kits, but then I run out of them. So maybe make a cooldown for climbing kits, just so you don't spam all of them gone, because that would be sad if you did. So we'll run down and check out your maps and everything. You have some cool kits statistics there and PvP statistics. Do /plugins while I jump down and see anything. And I got disconnected for spam for typing /plugins, so maybe fix that, because I think that would be a good thing to fix, because I don't want to get kicked for spam. And then when I spawn back in, I would for sure spawn me up there, because if I spawn down here and I am a player, I'm going to be very upset, because, you know, that's not cool. Name MC, I wouldn't say like on Name MC, I would make that a second message. I would also just get rid of TeamSpeak here. If you don't currently have TeamSpeak, I don't think that's necessary to have, especially just in a welcome message that says coming soon. Don't think that's necessary to have. I would recommend just clearing it off there. But overall, it looks like your builds are pretty unique and cool here. I would for sure play on the server if I had some people on with me. Now that brings me to my next point, is maybe get some players on by making the store prizes actually PayPal prizes. So $50 PayPal you get for this, or $10 PayPal for winning first place or something, would for sure get more people on. And maybe make them have a starting balance, because right now I have a balance of 000. Maybe make them have a balance of like $4 or 400, depending on how much kits cost in the game, which I'm not sure, because it doesn't tell you in that kit's QUI. Because in this QUI, it doesn't tell you if you have permission. Some of them just say available. They don't really show you anything, so I would recommend adding a lot more description to your kits before doing anything, and I think that would be a great idea. And if I do /about tab, I can see all of your plugins, and you are using Aquacore, which is pretty cool. So you're using Aquacore by Activated, who is actually one of the BGHD developers, and I just got disconnected for spam again. So this is something I would really recommend fixing, because you don't want players to get disconnected for spam for typing a command. Because if I type /about Aquacore right here, okay, good, so I didn't get kicked this time, but I do I do recommend fixing that in the future, because you don't want to just get kicked for spam, because that wouldn't be fun if I'm PvPing, trying to type in chat and going, and then I get kicked for spam. And I'm guessing it's because I put a dot in my message. No, it's not. So I just recommend fixing that, because you don't want to get kicked for disconnect spam, because that's just, I don't see that as a good thing. I would recommend making sure you don't get kicked for spam while PvPing or anything, making your scoreboard a little smaller, centering your IP, maybe making something in the tab list. It's all my suggestions I have. Since there's no other players on, I can't text the knockback or anything, but overall, I recommend just working on those few things, getting more players on, and I think you'll be off to the races with your server here. So great job. Hopefully you enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you for letting me come on and try it out. If you have any questions about the review, leave them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. And if you do change some stuff and want me to come back and re-review, that would be great. I'll come back and review in the future as well. And maybe make /help open a GUI that tells you about the server. It's just the few things that I would have to say. So thank you so much for watching. My name is Doodles. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.